Hi everyone, I'm Jess and I'm one of the psychological wellbeing practitioners at Talk Changes.
And I'm Emily, and I'm also a psychological wellbeing practitioner at Taught Changes. So that means that we work with people with common mental health problems such as depression, low mood, and anxiety.
So really today, in honour of Stress Awareness Month, we really just wanted to be talking to you about stress and how it really can be managed. So I think firstly, it sort of brings us into the conversation of what stress actually is. So, at the moment, the modern world really is a busy place, and stress can happen when we feel there is too much on our plate and we can't really cope with that. So there is that imbalance there between all of those demands that we need to meet and our own coping abilities. And this can come from different places. So we can get stress from, our work, our studies, but also other areas of our lives. So maybe relationships with family, friends, finances, or even physical health as well.
Absolutely. And I think stress has really been heightened for everyone in the past year, in the wake of the pandemic. And particularly for those working kind of within kind of supporting roles or on the front line within healthcare, we've really been facing lots of kind of new and really unique challenges. Some of these challenges might include things like redeployment, changes in working environments, use of PPE or struggle to get PPE back at the beginning, and also some real disruptions in our work-life balance as well. So it's really important for us to really recognize that actually stress is a normal response and it can sometimes be quite helpful. So it can help us to motivate us, keep us safe, and also energize us to deal with problems. However, when we experience a lot of stress, we can really start to feel overwhelmed. So we can feel kind of fatigued or burnt out. And actually, particularly within the context of the pandemic, these feelings are really normal responses to what are really abnormal circumstances. And we also all really respond to stress differently. There's often the phrase thrown around that, we're all in the same boat. But actually, I think it's really quite helpful to really rephrase that to say that we're in the same storm, but actually we're in different boats and we will all experience that stress differently.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a really important point to make. We all have different coping skills of stress and all manage it completely differently. And sometimes there might be things that we do actually engage in the short term that might, give us a bit of that short-term relief, might help us in that initial moment. But actually, in the long term, it might just be feeding back into that problem and making us feel worse. So I suppose a bit of an example of that is, if I am maybe struggling to cope with the amount of work that I have on at the moment, I might then decide to actually skip my lunch break. It's easier to skip my lunch break because I need to get all of this work done, or work longer hours in the evening, or in the evening just not being able to switch off from work when I am getting home. So by doing this, I'm just not giving my mind that break that I really need to switch off and process the day, but also just generally increasing that amount of stress and tension which I feel. The lack of downtime will actually make me feel less productive and overall will just increase the time that my to-do list will actually take and make me feel more stressed.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we feel stressed, we often really feel like we don't have time to fit everything in. But actually, taking 5 minutes to really stop what we're doing and give ourselves time to relax can be really beneficial. So, this could be really as simple as moving our bodies, things like going for a walk or getting some water. Or I think we've all really missed social contact, haven't we, in the past year? So, maybe taking time to talk to a friend, or now that we can, arranging a walk with a friend can be really beneficial. And something else that can really help is also this quick breathing technique, which I'm going to explain now. So this technique is called relaxed breathing, and it really involves kind of grounding ourselves, so placing both feet kind of flat on the floor, placing one hand on our stomach, and really breathing in slowly through our nose for 4 seconds and then out through our mouths for 4 seconds. So if you're listening, perhaps you could try it now. So firstly, breathing in, really focusing on the air filling your stomach as you breathe in through your nose. And then breathing out through your mouth and really noticing kind of the breath leaving you and noticing your muscles start to relax and your breathing start to steady. So you can really use this in moments when you're feeling stressed, but also practice it regularly so that it feels really natural and easy to use.
Yeah, brilliant. I think these techniques are really helpful to just incorporate into your daily routine. And another really good technique that I actually use is called the 5 4 3 2 1 technique. So again, a really simple exercise to ground you in any moment, really help you refocus your attention into the present moment. And the aim of this exercise is you really do want to take your time when going through this exercise. You can do this in your immediate facility. You could do this technique while you're in the office with your whole team, and they might not even know that you're actually practicing the technique. So as mentioned, really being slow, going through each sense, starting off with 5 different things that you can see around you, 4 different things that you might be able to feel or touch, 3 different things that you can hear, 2 different things that you can smell, and you might be able to taste something if you've recently had a bite to eat or something to drink. If not, it might be quite helpful just to take in a nice big deep breath.
Yeah, I really like that technique. I think it's really helpful to kind of help us feel more grounded. I really hope in general that you found kind of what we've spoken about today helpful in understanding a bit more about stress. So as we've mentioned, stress is a normal response, but if you do feel like you're having difficulty in managing this and it is impacting your day to day, then Talk Changes can offer further support. So as a part of the NHS, we're offering free therapeutic and employment support to people over the age of 18, both with a GP in City and Hackney. And also if you're working for the Homerton Trust, we're also supporting you, even if you don't have a GP in City and Hackney. So to find out more and kind of talk to someone about how you're feeling, what you can do is you can visit our website at www.talkchanges.org.uk. So that was www.talkchanges.org.uk, or you can speak to your GP to make a referral. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.